What's up guys, it's Raymond here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about how to improve one's conversational skills. Let me just take my glasses off. So yeah, this is a video topic recommended by Stanimir Nikolov. As I said in my previous video, I shouted out Stanimir Nikolov. He's one of my friends in the two previous videos, and the next video also will be a recommendation from Stanimir Nikolov. So check out his channel. He's got great advice as well, and he's just a new YouTuber just like me, so I'm sure you'll like his stuff. So anyway, back to the video. How to improve conversational skills. In my experience, the way I've improved, whenever I improve conversational skills, is when I learn something new that I didn't know about how human beings communicate, and that is essentially how you improve communication skills. You want to improve on your knowledge and how you can implement this knowledge in practice. But how do you access this knowledge? So what you want to do is you want to be able to engage in as many conversations as possible to allow you, to allow yourself to see the flaws in your own knowledge in terms of conversational skills, but not only the flaws in your conversational skills, but the flaws in your knowledge about how humans work. So having an innate knowledge, or not an innate knowledge, but a knowledge in general about how human beings work and what they like is very good, because that way knowing what people like and what they like to discuss and how they like to express themselves is what a conversation is. It's two people or more expressing themselves to each other. People are selfish, not necessarily a negative type of selfish, but selfish to the extent that they need to take care of their own needs, both emotional and personal, as well as family needs. So what you want to do is, when you're looking at a conversation, you want to consider the other person's need in terms of self-expression. How do they want to express themselves, and how can I allow them to express themselves? And that's where listening comes into it. So what you want to do is, you want to be kind of like a counselor. You want to take a selfless stance when you're conversating or engaging in a conversation with someone or other people. You want to listen more than you want to express yourself, and this takes a lot of practice and a lot of self-control, because everybody wants to express themselves, some more than others, and to be able to suppress or repress that urge to express yourself is very, very difficult, and it can actually have harmful effects on you, but it can also have positive advantages. So over time, it takes a very long time to be able to develop the skill of being able to quiet your own mind and need to express yourself and dominate the conversation, as opposed to listening. So what you want to develop is the ability to listen to other people, not just listening for the listening with your head by nodding like this whenever somebody is expressing themselves. I know a lot of people do that. I used to do that as well. I still do that to an extent. But what you want to do is, not only are you going to want to nod your head, because nodding your head reinforces your brain that you are taking in that information. But that doesn't necessarily mean you are taking that information in from the other person or the other people in the conversation. What you want to do is, you want to nod your head, and not just nod your head. You want to have a specific reaction which is specified and relevant to what the person's saying, and not just as a whole, but each statement, each word. So you want to listen attentively to what the other person is saying, and you want to try and distract yourself from your mind telling you what, trying to accumulate or trying to think of what you're going to input next. I know when we're listening, it's the second stage is listening, but it's very easy for the mind to say to flood your brain with thoughts as to what you're preparing yourself to say something when the other person ends their dialogue or monologue as to what they've expressed. So what you want to do is, you want to listen to the other person attentively and respond attentively, and show gestures in your face and body language that you are listening and that you are agreeing to what they're saying, or just on the basis of it, you're listening to what they're saying. You're taking in the information as to what they're expressing. And what you want to do is, you can actually take that to a further extent as to, and I feel that women are generally, the female is very, very good at this naturally, to not only nod your head, but to be very, very expressive in the face and the body language. That's why a lot of women, when they're speaking, especially mothers, they touch the other person's hand or shoulder if the other person is expressing a very, very emotional thing. For example, a pet dying and the person is mourning, the other person, if the person's a woman, men do this as well, I'm not discounting men's ability to do this, but the other person might touch your shoulder to be able to allow themselves to sympathize with the other person's emotions. So what you want to do is, you want to be able to listen. Listening is the most important aspect of a conversation, simply because both people can't be listening, both people can't be speaking at the same time, because that is where a conversation dies. So what you want to do is, you want to analyze which person in the conversation is speaking. Whoever's speaking, the other person doesn't interrupt, they just listen attentively. And you want to be able to recall as much information as possible, so you can recall it whenever the time is needed. So when the person ends their speech or their mode or period of expression you want to input. And when it's your turn to express yourself, what you want to do is you don't want to express too much of your own life and your own experiences, because that promotes selfishness. Because when you're expressing only yourself, you are expressing something you already know, things you already know. There are advantages to expressing yourself, a lot of advantages. It helps to clear the mind, it helps to create inner peace. But what you can do that in your own time, and you can do that in conversation, but it needs to be limited, because it is more important to gather information about other people than it is to gather information about yourself that you already know. Expressing yourself does allow you to gain more information about yourself that you didn't know, but it's far more advantageous to be able to gain information about other people than it is to gain information about yourself that you can gain in a period of 5 minutes, as opposed to consuming the whole conversation. So yeah, listening is the most important thing. My battery is about to die. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to end this video right now, but I hope I have answered, not necessarily adequately, but I hope I've given a brief overview as to why listening is a very important aspect of conversing with other people. I will be creating another video or more videos based on conversational skills and how to improve one's conversational ability, because I feel this field is very important, and it's one of the most important fields or factors in a person's development and a person's success in life. Not just a person, but animals all over the world. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.